Well, hello, my friends, YouTubers. Manny here again with my Pick3 system. I hope you've been following me up to this point. I had to take some time off to, take care of some other stuff. But anyway, here I'm back again in continuation of our little tutorial here. Okay, here we go. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Right there, we said it was a 1, and on the left-hand side, it was a 1. If you've been following me on my last video, you could catch up and we're just picking up from where we were. Okay, so we got a LCD code, which is a 1 on the right and a 1 on the left. Now, okay, let's go back up here real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And basically, it's if you've been following my video up to this point, and I did pinpoint at one time, that right here. You remember that right there? We said we displaced 1. We disposed of it. We want to find out what we're going to do with that 1 we displaced of. You remember, let me reiterate or remind you of what we've been up to, okay? And basically, I said on the high yellow, we enter this part right here. Is 2. 1 and 1 is 2, and 1 and 9 is actually a 1, not a 19 is a 1, okay? And we said we enter these, all these right here, right in here. And let me go back again. It was 2, a 2, and a 1. And if you remember, I said it was not balanced, okay? And we have to balance it out. Everything always balances out. So basically, we dispose of 1 right there. Now it's balanced. But we took 1 off that 2, and that 1 is going to go somewhere, okay? Now to finalize this whole deal, we go back up here, and that 1 we dispose right off here, right there. That 1, guess what? We're going to minus it from the LCD code on the left and the right hand side. So 1 minus 1 becomes a 0. There we go. And this is where it does the trick and the magic. 1 and minus 1 is 0. There we go. And see this right here? That's your target right there. If that equals to 0, you know you have come to the right conclusion that that number is always going to be in there. It's now balanced. If that's a 0, it's a 0. Okay. Now, because we had a 1, right up here, remember, we said it was a 1 and a 1. That is a 2. Okay. Now we know that we balance it out to take this 1 right up here, to minus it out to 0. What that tells us, when it was a 0, it tells us it was balanced. Now we come back again and look at these 2 right here. We're going to move it on up. If that 0 was a 6 or anything above a 0, then you know your left and the right wasn't any close to where you had to be. It's really, really simple system that you would not believe. But you had to, actually, let me put it this way for clarity. The reason we had to go down to the 0 is because it was kind of a redundancy. It was kind of the last checkpoint to make sure we've actually almost arrived at our conclusion that we're almost going to predict it. So now we know that was a 0. We put our 1 back again, and actually where we get these 2 is that 1 on the left and the 1 on the right LCD code equals to 2. So now we're going to bump it up because we displaced it from here. We're going to drop it into the LCD and throw it up. So basically, that 1 and a 1 becomes a 2. Okay? That LCD right here, LCD code, we disposed of it here. It's actually going to go in here. So 2 plus 1, because nothing goes to waste. We have to use that 1 we threw away. The only reason I displaced it initially, it had to be a 0 first, and then we know we're actually almost there. So now we know we're good. That 1 and 1, it was kind of a redundancy checkpoint type thing, you know. And then so that 2 right there added to that 1 we displaced right up here. It becomes our final LCD code is a 3. Guaranteed. There we go. Now we're finally done, and everything is all done. Now it's time to select our numbers. These right here, the 5 and the 8, the 3 and the 2, we're going to go up here where we started initially, right here. This highlighted area, where it's in black, this highlighted area right here, that's what we're looking at right now. Right there. There's another one right there. Okay. And there's another one right there. Okay. So now how do we know which way to go? There's always, like I said, there's a balance to everything. From the 5 and that way to the 1. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the low side. The high side is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Right here. Right there. 0. Okay? So on the highlighted area, we know we've got, on the high side, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5. So we have 5 total highlighted area. Now we have to pick which way to go to pick our number. And the only way to tell is do this. You go down here. This is the, see that 19? We enter 19 right there. 1, 9. Come to the left side. You see that 2 right there? We enter 2 right there. And come to this. This is the master balancer right there. We enter a 4 right in there in that little box. 4. Okay. See how this is highlighted? I programmed the computer to highlight automatically which way I need to go. It tells me 17.8 value is on the right hand side. This way. So we go to the right, that's where we're going to pick our numbers. So off all those highlighted numbers, all these highlighted numbers right here, it tells me to go on the high side because it's on the right hand side. And there's 5 total of all of them. So what we're going to take 9, which is highlighted, 2. Going to come here, number 7, we'll highlight that. And then we need 1 more because there's actually 5 total. So we need that right there, number 5. So on our very first position, we have picked 5, the number 5, position, pick 5, pick 7, right here, pick 9. So in the very first position, we've picked 5, 7, and 9. And how do you write that? Basically, I'm going to just put it on the screen here so you can see. I'm not going to write it down. And the way I do it on my notepad, and what I do is I do pick 1. That's the first position. I don't know if you can see that. Well, let me do this so you can see it. Copy it right there. There we go. Okay, now I'll do pick 1. Okay, that's the first position. It means P1 is the first position. And that's actually pick 2, second position. And the third position is pick 3, position 3. So we said on our very first pick on the first position, we had a 5, we had a 7, and we have a 9. So we go down here, like I will do on my notepad, is I'll do 5, 7, and 9. I don't know if you can see that, but let me do this so it's a little more clear. Yeah, okay, there we go. 5, 7, 9. So on our first position, we've picked our first position. We have actually picked the number 5, the number 7, and the number 9. And that's what the computer gave us. And if I did go through the whole workout again, just like we've done, if you've been following my video, it will generate other numbers for the second position which could be 5, 4, you know, whatever. But it's basically the same whole routine you go through, and the computer will automatically generate all that for you. And, you know, like I say, it might be 5, it might be 2, it might be 1, you know, in the second position. The third position, if we go through the whole process again, it could be 8, could be 0, you know. Anyway, so now to wheel our betting system, our wheeling numbers into a betting combination, all these have to be in that order right there. And the way it spits it out, you just have to wheel it in like 5, 9, 5, 8, 9, 5, 0, 9, 5, 9, and it'll give you the number. Okay. Now let's go back and look on the very first position, see what Connecticut, what did the computer give me for Connecticut for, what day was that again? It was for the, let's go back here. Okay, yeah, we were predicting for this right here, the very first position, okay, for the 22nd. And if you go back here, when I checked my numbers, I checked my, not my numbers, but I checked my results. Checked my results and come to find out Connecticut actually was 951. Imagine that. Imagine that, 951. So right there, see? Right, let me pull that up so you can see it right there. Remember, we're going to predict for the 722nd on the very first position. That was our 9 right there. I don't know if you can see that. See that 9? And if you go back here, remember we predicted on the very first position, position 1, 5, 7, 9. There's a 9 right there. See? Right there, 9. Very awesome system. It's very powerful. Yeah, you decide to order my system. It's all in the tutorial. I have manuals and everything in CD for you. And it's all well explained. All you have to do, like I said, is just enter the codes, follow the instructions, do your workout. It's very, very easy, user-friendly. And bang, bang, bang. And there you go. So, in the conclusion of this video number 3, I will come back again and let you know if you really want to order my system, how to order, and how to contact me. I'm always here to help. Peace.